I'm here to tell you about one thing. We are all made by strangers. Think about it. We all desire success. We want to grow. We want to expand. But when you think about the success that we desire, it comes from strangers. For me, I started my life in 2021 on a fish farm. I had the idea of wanting to build an online agribusiness school, but I had no knowledge on how to design one, how to build one, how to scale one. But there I was working on a fish farm. However, something changed. A stranger selected me for a scholarship, 30,000 worth scholarship. And this scholarship introduced me to technology, entrepreneurship, and design. Today, my startup exists because a stranger supported me. I started thinking through this and I realized that beyond me, a lot of the opportunities and the life we live depends on stranger. However, we grew up with parents telling us, don't talk to strangers. Our parents remind us to avoid talking to people we don't know. However, the future which we all desire come from that same people we don't talk to. I went on my first trip because a stranger saw my application, gave me a scholarship, and funded me to Tanzania. And that trip to Tanzania got me the first funding for my business. A stranger. So it's fine for some people to say, do we disobey our parents? Do we? The reality is that the stranger activation principle is the one principle we have all lived on consciously and unconsciously. And today I want to bring your consciousness to it, that we are made by strangers and everything we build is built for strangers. Strangers are critical for our life. Think about the phone in your pocket. Strangers designed the chips. Strangers moved these chips. Strangers took it to stores. You walked into a store to buy it from a stranger. However, that phone is so relevant to your life because a stranger somewhere decided to build for you. The question here today is, do you build for stranger? When you wake up every morning, do you think about strangers? As you go about your life, do you increase your access to strangers? If you truly desire success, then it's time to stop listening to your parents. You actually should talk to strangers. Strangers are the ones who make the life so easy for us. Think about the agricultural sector where I work so well. Farmers grow the crop, but a stranger moves the crop from the farm to the market, and another stranger picks it up and becomes a trader. For you, stranger, to buy from him, stranger, so that you can have food to be strong. What are you building for strangers? Our world is like this because strangers somewhere built it. But I want to ask you, what are you building for strangers? What are you doing to make the world a better place? What are you telling the younger ones about strangers? How are you putting out yourself for strangers? If you truly desire success, then you need to get comfortable with strangers. The question in everyone's head then is, if strangers are so important, how then do we activate strangers for the success that we desire? In my life in the last 4 years, strangers have moved me. Stranger is the reason why I'm here today. Stranger is the reason why I have a master's scholarship. A stranger is the reason my business exists today. My business exists employing strangers. And in doing all of this, I realized that the one way to activate strangers is the open framework. Think about it. Strangers and being open. The O means output, meaning you need to put yourself out. Decide today, do you want to put out content? Do you want it to be in videos? Do you want it to be in message? Do you want it to be a smile? You need to define the output for which strangers can get to know you. The second thing is the personality. Do you want to be known as the jovial person? Do you want to be known as the one with a big vocabulary? Or do you want to be known as the beautiful one? The personality helps the stranger discover you. And then the environment, a beautiful one we have here. When you think about environment, you think about your conferences, think about the meetings you attend, think about the WhatsApp group you sit on, think about the virtual calls you go on. You need to be in places for strangers to see your output and your personnel to know that you are the person that they need. And the last part of the open is the N, the network. So no matter how amazing you are, you need to reach out to strangers. Because if you have a great output, a great persona, sit in great network, but you don't reach out to them, they wouldn't know that you exist. A doctor is great, a great stranger, but you have to walk up to him in the hospital before you get treated, to get well, to go about your life. So, ladies and gentlemen, before you leave this hall today, let's take a very simple, practical step to increase our strangers' network. Speak to the person next to you. Speak to the person behind you. Speak to one stranger within this environment. And you'll be surprised as to how the success you desire is sitting in the hands of a stranger within this network. We are all made by strangers. We should build for strangers. But above all, we should increase our networks to strangers because strangers are the best friends for the success we desire. Thank you.